Good morning, everybody. We are looking today at a child's history of the world, chapter 39. The name of this story I'm going to put at the end, for you wouldn't know what it means anyway until you've heard the story, so it's no use looking ahead. All right, so all through the years since Jesus was crucified, some people who said they believed in Jesus had been terribly treated. Do you know what that's called when they say terribly treated? It's called being persecuted. Persecuted. So the Christians were being persecuted, we call it, because they were Christians. The Jews too. They had been flogged. They had been stoned. They had been torn with iron hooks. That does not sound pleasant. They had been roasted and burned to death. Yet, strange as it may seem, in spite of this terrible treatment, more and more people were becoming Christians every day. They believed so strongly in life after death, and they believed that they would be much happier after death if they died for Jesus' sake, that they seemed even glad to suffer and to be killed or being made martyrs. And we talked about that before. At last, the emperor himself put a stop to all the persecutions. This is how it happened. About the year 300 AD, Rome had an emperor by the name of Constantine. Constantine was not a Christian. His gods were the old Roman gods. He probably did not put much faith in them, however. Well, once upon a time, Constantine was fighting with an enemy when he dreamed one night that he saw in the sky a flaming cross. Remember how we just talked about that looking at the other history book? A flaming cross. Beneath this cross were written the Latin words, in hoc signo vinces. In hoc signo vinces. In English, this is, in this sign thou shalt conquer. Excuse me. Constantine thought this meant that if he carried the Christian cross into battle, he would conquer. He thought it would at least be worthwhile to give the Christian God a trial. So he marked the sign of the cross on the shields carried by his soldiers, and he did win the battle. To celebrate his victory, the Roman Senate built the Arch of Constantine. What are you looking for, my love? Okay, I need you to listen, okay? Okay, where was I? To celebrate his victory, the Roman Senate built the Arch of Constantine, a triumphal arch with 3 openings in the Forum of Rome. After this, Constantine made Christianity a legal religion. Where did your key go? Okay, well, I need you to listen. Remember what I told you makes me know that you're listening. Is looking at me while I read or following along in the book. Do you want me to underline it with my finger so you know? Okay, come here. Okay, so after this, Constantine made Christianity a legal religion in the Roman Empire. It is believed that he was baptized just before he died. From that time on, all the Roman citizens who came after Constantine, all except one, were Christians. What?
Where did you say dead?
Died or dead? Died is right here.
I mean died.
Died. That's that word right there.
Okay.
Okay, Constantine's mother was named Helena. She became a Christian. Then she gave up her life to Christian works and built churches at Bethlehem and the Mount of Olives. It is said that she went to Palestine and found the actual cross on which Jesus was crucified 300 years before and sent part of it to Rome. When she died, she was declared a saint. She is now called Saint Helena. Constantine built a church over the spot where St. Peter was supposed to have been crucified. Many years later, this church was torn down so that a much larger and grander church in honor of St. Peter might be built there.
You know how to pick a lock.
How about we focus on Constantine? Can you please put that down?
I'm trying to pick it.
I know you are.
Yeah, I can't
Constantine did not care for Rome. He preferred to live in another city in the eastern part of the Roman Empire. Remember how we were looking on that map and we had Rome there in Italy, and Constantine or Constantinople was all the way over here? So he preferred to live away from the boot. It was on page 90 and 91. This place where he conquered and set up his capital was called Byzantium. So he moved from Rome to Byzantium and made that his capital city. So here's Byzantium right here, and all the way over here in the boot of Italy is Rome.
This is the boot.
That is the boot, yes. Okay, Byzantium was called New Rome, and then the name was changed to Constantine's city.
Mommy, where did you say Byzantium?
Byzantium is right there. That's what Constantinople or Constantine used to be named. Okay, so in Greek, the word for city is polis. We see the word used in Annapolis and Indianapolis. So we have city of Anna in Annapolis and city of Indiana in Indianapolis. Constantine's city became Constantinopolis and then shortened to Constantinople, so the city of Constantine. Hardly had the Roman Empire become Christian before a quarrel or a fight arose between the Christians who believed one thing and those who believed another. So sadly, a lot of war is based on belief, both religious, political, all that fun stuff. So the chief thing they quarreled about was whether Christ was equal to God the Father or not equal to him. Ooh, this is a subject that I think you and I are going to have to get into when you're a little bit older to be able to understand, but that's okay. Constantine called the two disagreeing sides together at a place called Nicaea to settle the question. There, the leaders of each side argued the matter hotly. Hotly means with passion, with fire, with zeal. So and a lot of times if you're talking about some sort of religious subject, people are very passionate about it. And so discussing this hotly or passionately is not really a huge surprise. Okay, so finally it was decided that the Christian church should believe that God the Son and God the Father were equal. Then they agreed to put what they believe in words. This was called a creed, which means believe. Just like our American Heritage Girls Creed, the words that we say, those are words that we believe in and agree to live our life by for standards. So, no, I need you to listen.
I have a creed.
I know you. Okay, go ahead. So let's read this. Okay, so this was called a creed, which means believe, and because it was made at Nicaea, it was known as the Nicene Creed, which many Christians still say every Sunday. Before the time of Constantine, there were no weekly holidays in the Roman Empire. Sunday was no different than any other day. People worked or did the same things on Sunday they did every other day of the week. Constantine thought Christians should have one day a week for the worship of God, a holy day, a holy day, as we call it. So he made Sunday the Christian day of rest. A holy day, such as Saturday, is for the Jews, and Friday is for the Muslims. So Muslims celebrate their Sabbath on Fridays. Jews, like us, celebrate Friday night to Saturday night, and Constantine made Sunday the Christian Sabbath. So, although Constantine was head of the Roman Empire, there was another man whom all Christians throughout the world looked to as their spiritual leader. What? Yep. Yes,
that's what goes there.
That is what goes there.
I'm going to write it.
Not right now. Let's listen. This man was the Bishop of Rome. In Latin, he was called Papa. Papa, like your papa, which means the same thing in Latin that it does in English, or father. So Papa in Latin and English mean father, whereas Abba, what you call your dad, is father. So the Bishop of Rome was called Papa, and then later this became Pope, the Pope of Rome. Sorry. Saint Peter, who is supposed to have been the first bishop of Rome. For many centuries, the Pope was the spiritual ruler of all Christians everywhere, no matter in what country they lived. Uh-oh, got that all over you, didn't you? Here, use this.
Hello there.
Hello there. As now you know what the name of this story means, I'll put it here. In hoc signo vincis. In hoc signo vincis. So again, that is Latin, and that means in this sign thou shalt conquer. So that is what Constantine believed with the cross that he put on the shields of his soldiers. So the title of the chapter is actually In Hoc Signo Vincis, but it was hard to tell because they had missing letters from it. So I hope you guys enjoyed chapter 30. No. Oh, I know. I hope you guys enjoyed chapter 39, and we'll be back probably tomorrow to read chapter 40. Oh, stop it. Ta-ta for now. Bye.